everyone, it's the review for the first round of games in the Australian Open. First of all, Royal Level Arena is wonderful. The crowd in the first 2 days was absolutely phenomenal, chanting the names and supporting the players, and they were absolutely brilliant. First day, Andy Murray winning 7-5, 7-6, 6-2. He looked good. He looked very good. Looked like a world number one, had the confidence, had the swagger. And before the tournament, my two favorites were Andy Murray and Novak Djokovic for the final. And Andy Murray's got so many plates in Australian Open, he can have a dinner with it, but he likes the cup for drinks, and hopefully he'll win the cup. And I'm a Rafa Nadal fan, so I don't really like other top dogs, but he's looking good. Also, Seppi won against Frenchman Mathieu 4-6, 6-7, 7-6 and 5-7. Raonic, who I think is a dark horse, he will go far in the tournament, semi-finals, finals. At least he'll play Rafa Nadal in the quarterfinal, and if they both reach that, it's going to be good, and I favor Raonic there. Raonic won against Brown, who took down Rafa Nadal, of course. He won 6-3, 6-4, 6-2. And also John Isner won in 4 sets, 6-3, 6-4, 6-7 and 6-1. The Aussie pair of Kyrgios and Tomic won as well. Kyrgios winning 6-1, 6-2, 6-2, fairly comfortable. He looked good as well. We might hate him for his off-field antics, but the player is good. Tomic won 6-2, 6-1, 6-4, another young Aussie. He got a lot of support from the home crowd, which was expected, and they performed well as well. Then Wawrinka, the man, he survived a massive scare against Klizan. I was watching the game, and for some moments in the game, it was like Wawrinka had no chance. The Klizan was playing like the game of his life. He was great forehand, great backhand on the line, and some points looked like Wawrinka had no clue what is happening. But the champion Wawrinka is, he managed to get through in 5 sets, 4-6, 6-4, 7-5, 4-6, 6-4 in the last set. He looked good in the last set as well. So Wawrinka goes through as well, the man again, and it'll be interesting to see his next games because he looked a bit out of ideas in this one. So very interesting to see what he does in next games. Now to Roger Federer. Roger Federer lost the second set, which was a big surprise for everyone. Having won the first set 7-5, he lost the second 3-6, and that was like, okay, the game is on. Roger Federer looked, in the second set, looked a bit struggling, but the great champion came out 6-2, 6-2 in third and fourth set, so not much of a scare, but drop set nonetheless. And he looked good as well, Roger Federer. Third and fourth set, Roger Federer looked very good. He will go far in the tournament. He will want to win Australian Open again. And now to Rafa Nadal. Actually, I'm just filming it after the Rafa Nadal match, and before the evening session of day 2. Rafa Nadal, he looks a lot thinner, he looks a lot fitter. He's lost a lot of weight. He's also lost a lot of hair, which is, but first set, he was looking absolutely phenomenal. Rafa Nadal winning the first set 6-3, at another set points, 4 set points when it was 4 all, and he missed all 4 of them. And Mayer, his opponent, played second set fairly decent, took it a long way, but losing 6-4. And third set, he again lost 6-4. So Rafa Nadal looked good in the interview afterwards. He said that he's training hard again. He's got his injuries behind him now, the wrist injuries, the knee injuries that did not allow him to train as much as he wanted. So the injuries part is behind him now. He's concentrating on the tournament. He's feeling good, he's feeling healthy, added new members to his team, and he's saying that if he does not feel that he can win the tournament, he would have not taken part in it. I won't say Rafa is back again, but he's looking very good, Rafa. And second game is going to be interesting as well, so hopefully he'll continue this good run. Japanese Nishikori winning as well in 5 sets. Took a long time for him as well, winning 7-5, 1-6, 4-6, 7-6 and 2-6. Last set, totally dominated the last set. He looked good in last set as well, but again 5 sets and playing another game just a day after, gonna be tiring, but that's what competition is now. Nishikori stand dropping 2 sets, taking the game to 5 sets, and they'll be tired, but great players both. And both players, second game will be interesting. They will both look to end the second game quickly so they can rest and get ready for the business end of the tournament. Now to women's tennis. Bouchard won 6-0, 6-4. The Canadian looked very good, looked brilliant, and she has to be taken seriously. Venus Williams 7-6, 7-5. Took into tiebreak the first set, with second set she looked fairly good, so no problems there for Venus. And her sister, of course, Serena Williams, what a great champion, winning 6-4, 6-3 in the first round, cruising to the second. Or she's the title favorite with the current world number 1 Kerber won in 3 sets, took 3 sets to her, winning 6-2, 5-7, 6-2. So that's it from women's and men's. All the top dogs winning. Stan and Nishikori taken to 5 sets. Federer dropping a set as well. Nadal, Murray, Raonic, Isner looking very good as well. Novak Djokovic and Radwanska still to play. They'll play in the evening session, and I expect win for both, easy win as well. That will be the end of the first round of Australian Open. Second round begins tomorrow, of course. Federer, Murray in action again. So second round is going to be good. I'm going for top dogs to win again and go further in the competition. And yeah, that's it for the first round. And I really miss Maria Sharapova. I loved her. I absolutely loved her, and I miss her. So like if you miss Maria Sharapova. Don't unlike if you don't miss her. Subscribe to the channel for more Australian Open news and tennis news and all of the sports, UFC included. No cricket and football, enough of cricket and football. I've got a different channel, Everything Manchester United. Link is in the description. It's only about Manchester United. So if you're a fan, check that channel out as well. If you like it, subscribe. So that's it. The second round review will be up day after tomorrow after all the games. So hit the subscribe to keep up to date with all the reviews and latest news of tennis and sports. So I hope to see you very soon. Thank you.